I mean, Charlie brings a lot to the offense. As you can see, obviously he's a fast runner, but I think he also brings a set of skills that that we needed in the room. With a lot of injuries going around, I think that Charlie comes in and adds depth to the room. He's an experienced receiver. He can run the ball. He has great hands, and he has great routes. And that's everything other than his speed. His speed is just a factor on top of everything else that he has.
When you heard or were notified that he was going to transfer, he was going to be in the portal, and Purdue was an option, kind of what went through your mind?
Well, I mean, me and Charlie was always communicating because I came here before him, so he was actually talking to me, asking like, how's it going, just checking up on me, and I was checking up on him, making sure he was, still good mentally, because I know that he's probably going through some stuff mentally, so I just make sure he was cool. But he told me he's going to the portal, and obviously him and Aiden, they play basketball in the Little League, so Purdue was an option, and some of the coaches even told me like, hey, if Charlie want to come here, he has a spot. So I told him that, and that didn't really make it clear for him to come here. He was just like, all right, that's just something I think about. But I'm happy he's here.
And your role carrying the ball in the backfield, talk about that a little bit. How much you think envision yourself being used, if you can discuss that, and maybe how you practice kind of split up between wide out and running back.
I think it's a good even split, 50-50. But I mean, I like both positions really. I like receiver because it gives me the option to know, make plays in space. But then running back also give me the option to get the ball early, instead of like running a route, make sure I'm open, all that. Just give me the ball in the backfield. But I think the OC and the head coach, running back coach, receiver coach, they're all doing a good job communicating and making sure that I'm on the field. But I'm also getting my rest, and I'm also like not getting overused to where my legs getting tired, I'm getting injured and all that. But I think that Coach McGee and Coach Barkley, they do a great job of just moving me around, putting me in different places, and making sure that I'm getting the ball in my hands.
How much did this help you being here in the spring, so you didn't have to be force-fed a lot of stuff here during camp?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, I'm really happy that I made the decision to come here in the spring because this offense is very complex, and with me playing two positions, really just playing receiver is hard. So playing running back and receiver, that's really hard just because I got to know really the whole defense, the coverage, the front, the blitzes. I got to know, if the three techs is moving or if, they bring in double dog. Those are a couple different blitzes that they bring. So I just got to know a whole bunch of different stuff that I didn't need to know at Iowa. So I had to learn that when I came here. And then also Iowa's a huddle offense, and this one is a signal offense. So it's very a different, more up-tempo offense. So, being here in the spring definitely helped me.
Is this offense more complex than Iowa's?
They throw the ball more, obviously, but I think Iowa, I think they run the ball. They're a run first team and then throw, and I think here is a pass first team and then they run. But I think that we have a lot more running backs. Me and then Kobe, he just transferred over, and then King and Dylan, and we all doing a really good job. We all have experience, and we all have different skills, a different skill set, that we use on the field so that the offense, can use us in different ways.
Do you feel like that 50-50 split between running back and receiver is the right balance right now? And do you envision that maybe changing a little bit, kind of week by week throughout the season?
Yeah, I definitely envision changing week by week because, you might have somebody go off in the game and he, the running back coach might just want him in the game. So I feel like you're just going to go by week and game by game. And every team is different. Some teams are heavy on the inside and light on the outside, and some teams are heavy on the outside, light on the inside. So I just think that we're just going to use me where I'm needed.
What have you seen from the rest of these receivers, like Rashawn Rice and Abdur, Elijah Cannon, those guys? What have they kind of done to catch your eye a little bit?
We have a lot of people in the receiver room. Everybody can play. Like a lot of people can play. From Elijah, he's a big body receiver. He goes up, catches the ball. And then you got Marshawn. He played last year, but he got injured. But you can tell that he knows what he's doing out there. He's not a beginner, so you don't really have to show him how to run routes. He already knows exactly what to do, releases. And then, like I said, you have Dion. Dion can play really any position. He's a fast guy, but he can play inside. He can play outside. He has no fear really, so he can play wherever you want. And I think we got a really good group here. We just have to, produce on the field.
We've heard the name Deebo Samuel thrown around a little bit.
Yeah.
This fall. Does that excite you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Debo Samuel, that's someone I look up to. That's someone I aspire to be like him. Obviously, I'm going to be me on the field, but that's someone that I look up to. I look at his game a lot, just because that's the role I'm going to play here at Purdue, running back and receiver. But I think that my game is just a little bit different than his. But I'm going to take some of his game and try to implement it into mine.
Is running back kind of more of your background, and is that like a return to the roots of how you started playing football?
Yes, sir. So I was actually a running back all the way up until after my junior year of high school. I was running back. I played a little bit of slot, but I was really just mainly a running back. We had a wing tee, and even in Little League, I played running back. But I just thought my skill set and then my body type was more of a slot receiver. So that's really why I transferred over to playing slot, or really just receiver. But I think coming here, obviously I realized that I can really play running back and receiver. And Coach Barkley does a really good job of giving me confidence of going in backfield, knowing what I'm doing, and he coaches me up really well.